Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for joining us this afternoon. I want to thank Tanya Miller Hall, Senior Advisor of Arts and Culture, Rec and Parks, our partner, the Baltimore Office of Promotion of Arts, our great city institutions like the Lyric, the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, the University of Baltimore, MICA, and so many more for not only their collaboration around this, but also their partnerships and also the work that they do to make Baltimore a great city each and every day. Thank you all and for your work in making our summer public events a success year after year. Today we are gathered here in December to present the dates for not just one, but three of our spectacular summer outdoor events that have become important cornerstones in our community that are highly anticipated by all residents and visitors to Charm City. As you know, Baltimore in the summertime is not just hot and muggy and humid, and not just a time to eat crabs, but also a time to connect, celebrate with one another, and spend some time outdoors. Baltimore has one of the best lineups, the best lineup in the entire country for free, accessible concerts and festivals all year round, but summer is always the highlight. So, Baltimore, get your calendars out, your DPW calendar if you've got it already in the mail, mark your calendars, and we're going to go through the dates for next summer. First on the agenda is all of the dates. AFRAM. Promise to help you enjoy your summer season, featuring lineups that cater to diverse tastes, ensuring there's something for everyone to enjoy, local talent, but of course, AFRAM is always driven by our national music talent that comes out to showcase the rich history of African Americans here in Baltimore and in the country. And as always, AFRAM will occur close to the Juneteenth holiday as we'll be celebrating the festival next year, Saturday, June 22nd and Sunday, June 23rd, 2024 in Baltimore City. Follow closely. We will have Artscape, which this year will be moving back in the summer. And let me say, we're moving it back in the summer, so the mayor doesn't want to hear any complaints about it being hot. It's going to be hot. And it probably will rain a little bit too. It's Baltimore in the summertime. This year will be held the first weekend of August between the first weekend of August, Friday, August the 2nd, Saturday, August 3rd, Sunday, August the 4th is that entire weekend. Artscape will maintain its place as one of the largest free art festivals in the country, and we're so happy to be building on the successful comeback that it had this year. Despite the tropical storm making a few interruptions, I know it was a welcome return for Baltimoreans, and I can't wait for us to be back to highlight the best of Baltimore's art scene this coming year. I know that I had a good time on Friday night, and so many others. There was dancing going on, a lot of people enjoying, buying, celebrating arts in here in Baltimore and City. And last, but certainly not least, on September the 21st, 2024, we will have Charm City Live. This one-day outdoor concert series will enter its third year and will transform a part of downtown into a haven of music, entertainment, and food. And while festivals may be fun and exciting, they are such an important investment and opportunity for connection in our community. They provide opportunities for local artists to shine, for businesses to thrive, and most importantly, for our residents and visitors to come together and build lasting connection. As we plan our 2024, I encourage everyone to add AFRAM, Artscape, Charm Line to your calendars now and plan to help us make next summer, summer 2024, a time to remember here in Baltimore. And to that end, I'm happy to also be able to announce that this coming year, we will have a new public-facing special events calendar available for residents and community events planners. This new calendar, which will be maintained by the Director of External Partnerships, Lindsay Jackson, is going to be instrumental in helping to ease collaboration and planning efforts across city government and alongside our partners in community associations, important institutional partners like the ones with us today, and everyday people thinking of planning events in their communities. We want to make the events planning process as smooth as possible. And this calendar will be a new tool that we're adding to make all of this information more accessible, but also more centralized. Together, we can help make the hundreds and hundreds of community events that all Baltimoreans love a more cohesive experience for everyone. Yes, we're always going to highlight and celebrate all of our big festivals, but the neighborhood-based festivals are equally as important to us. We want to make sure that they're successful. Thank you, and let's let the countdown to another summer of unforgettable moments in Baltimore begin. Thank you very much. Questions? Yes.
You said in January you had lost confidence in the leadership of BOPA. Do you feel better about BOPA now?
I will say that I don't stand with people that I don't have confidence in. We know they have new leadership and they've been making great strides, and we're going to continue to work in partnership.
Are you likely to renew their contract after June 30th?
We are still having those discussions. We will be making those decisions, but you can see by the partnership here and the partnership that has been extended with them in my office in recent months that we have seen a lot of improvement, and this is about making sure that we're putting the best effort for Baltimore.
Any idea about the footprint for Artscape?
Well, we don't give those kind of details out early. We'll have another Artscape. We'll talk a press conference. We'll talk about the artist, the footprint, all of those great things at a later date. We're not talking about any artists, any of that today. That's way too far off. People will forget it if I tell them now.
And AFRAM is still in Druid.
We'll talk about all the things coming with the festivals as they come near, right? We'll have a specific, if you want to check around AFRAM, the AFRAM presser is normally around my birthday. That's normally around the time in April that we talk about AFRAM, because we want it to be fresh in people's minds. So they know when it is now. They'll come back and learn about the artists and all the great things that's going to happen at AFRAM in an appropriate time.
Again, tell us how exciting this all is as a package.
Well, this is great. I think that we all know how great these events are, right? I know from my time as a young man growing up in the city to now obviously as the mayor, you make your summer calendar based around these events, right? We would never dare to go on vacation during AFRAM or Artscape, and now we can add Charm City Live into that so that folks understand, and also inviting folks. Families can come here from out of town. We want people to come here, bring their families here. Heck, have your family reunion at AFRAM for all we care. We want everyone to be celebrating the great festivals that we have here in the city, that we do in partnership, whether it's BOPA, Rec and Parks, the Lyric, BSO, all of these folks that have all these great events, because we also know that they have events going on throughout the summer as well. Anybody else?
Mayor, you talked a little bit about the new calendar moving forward to increase partnership and to smooth planning. What other ways are you guys looking to move forward for this new year to make sure things are running smooth?
Well, I think that Lindsay's been doing a great job of that, but now that the residents, everyone out will be able to see what else is going on at that time, right? It help those community groups and other folks make decisions about when things are happening, especially if the calendar, there's always going to be a finite amount of city employees and workers who do specific jobs. So if you're looking at a calendar and you see 5 or 6 or 7 or maybe 10, 11 things going on that day, you might want to plan your event at a different time. And I think that will help all of us make better informed decisions. Anybody else? All right, thank you very much. And we were joined by Councilman Costello. Thank you, Mr. Councilman.
Yeah, I think it's stealing your side, Mr. Second Lady. We just wanted to know, there was a 2-year-old girl that was killed up in Park Heights over the weekend. Your comments on that?
Well, I think there is nothing more tragic in the world than the loss of a life of a child, especially that young. But while we still have the investigation going on, I will say this. When it happens inside a place that is full of people that know that young person very well, it goes again to the conversation that I have all the time about people, the overproliferation of guns in our city, but also people being irresponsible, right? We should be looking at the adults around that child. There is no way on earth that a 2-year-old baby should be gone from a gunshot wound suffered in a place full of people that love that young person. And we have to talk about responsibility when it comes to what happens with our young people. And that's all I will say for right now. But you can't even fathom the pain that the family and the loved ones are going through right now. This is something that should not have happened, and we have to make sure that any and everybody that could be, will be held accountable. Thank you. Yeah, and happy holidays, everybody.